everyone, it's Danny with Planets in Praxis, and this is what to expect on Tuesday, August 25th, 2026. Early this morning, the moon finally ended that super long void of course period in Capricorn and entered the sign of Aquarius, so we are back online. And the Aquarius moon immediately gets involved in basically all of those huge long-term outer planet conversations we've been talking about. The moon conjoins Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, sextiles Neptune retrograde in Aries, and trines Uranus in Gemini. So our emotions are getting all up in the collective astrology today. Pluto in Aquarius is transforming our relationships with community, technology, power, in the future. Neptune in Aries is reshaping our dreams, ideals, and the sense of what we're willing to fight for. And Uranus in Gemini is completely disrupting the way we communicate, learn, exchange information, and understand the world around us. These are long-term stories. They're going to unfold over years. But the moon moves quickly, so when she touches all three of these planets today, we get this little emotional check-in with the much bigger transformation happening around us. You may suddenly feel how different life is becoming. You may have a realization about where you're headed, notice that something you used to want doesn't fit anymore, or simply feel restless for whatever comes next. And then we have the big news of the day involving Mercury. First, Mercury in Leo meets up with the South Node. The South Node is about release, familiarity, and patterns we're ready to move away from. And Mercury rules our thoughts, communication, information, and stories we tell ourselves. So pay attention to what comes up. An old conversation could resurface, an old idea you may need to be reconsidering. You may recognize a thought pattern you've outgrown, or realize you're just tired of having the same conversation over and over again. There can be something very been there, done that about Mercury on the South Node, and then Mercury enters Virgo. And Mercury loves being in Virgo. Our brains are about to get organized. After Mercury in Leo has had us thinking and communicating in big, bold, expressive ways, Mercury in Virgo wants the details. What's the plan? What's the schedule? What actually works? What needs to be edited, organized, fixed, or simplified? And with the sun already in Virgo, we're officially settling into this much more practical, structured part of the year. So today's theme is release the old story and make a better plan. Pay attention to what your emotions are telling you about the bigger changes happening around you. Let the South Node show you what conversations you're finished having, and then let Mercury in Virgo figure out what we're actually going to do next. If you'd like to understand how all this is unfolding specifically for you, you can book a reading with me at planetsinpraxis.com. I would love to dive into your chart with you. Hi everyone, it's Danny with Planets in Praxis, and this is what to expect on Tuesday, August 25th, 2026. Early this morning, the moon finally ended that super long void of course period in Capricorn and entered the sign of Aquarius, so we are back online. And the Aquarius moon immediately gets involved in basically all of those huge long-term outer planet conversations we've been talking about. The moon conjoins Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, sextiles Neptune retrograde in Aries, and trines Uranus in Gemini. So our emotions are getting all up in the collective astrology today. Pluto